Hotep family, peace, man. This is King Shu, represent King Shu Nubian Perspective. Real quick, I just wanted to wrap you up real quick, and it's dedicated to my, to our family, our Aboriginal family, our new, Native family, whatever you want to call it. The group of brothers and sisters who say African American is not African. So basically, the first I want to start off with, because I hear this a lot, y'all always talking about ask your grandparents this, your grandparents never told you this, your grandparents never told you came from Africa. With all due respect, you know what I'm saying? Y'all grandparents not old enough. A lot of y'all who into this new flat earth, African Americans not African, a lot of y'all is young. A lot of y'all is like, 21 and younger. And the thing about it is, your grandparents not old enough. You got to keep in mind, my father is older. My father 80-something years old. This is my father. So I'm closer to the generations. And his grandparents come from that chattel slavery generation. So y'all not going back further enough, to the time when we were slaves and dealing with real chattel slavery and oh, I thought that was the police. This happened a long time ago. Like, we talking hundreds of years. So y'all nowhere near old enough, and your grandparents nowhere near old enough to have any recollection or even know what the fuck going on about any type of slavery. They might have been babies, and their grandparents or their parents might have had to pick cotton or what have you. They were sharecropping, but that was a transition. It wasn't just started with no sharecropping. Also, I want to deal with the fact that y'all always talking about where the slave ships at. The thing about the slave ships is, we was property. We was what do you call it? We was material. We was considered a product. So for anybody who ever worked at a port or anywhere close to ships, those ships are fucking huge. There's no fucking way, unless you have an outstanding army, and it'll be more casualties of war before you have all them people, making us get on those ships. So it don't make sense. I agree with y'all. They didn't bring millions of us over here. We was bred over here, but I'm gonna get into that too. But the point I wanted to make was, when they say we was packed like sardines, don't take, you have in your mind what you think that means. Being packed like sardines don't mean the whole ship was packed. A section of the ship could have been packed, but nonetheless, they were still packed like sardines. Then I see people like co-signing. They said, if all those people was on those slave ships, who fed them? What about the feces and the vomits, and what happened to their bed sores? Do you know how many people fucking died? Do you know how much disease and how many people died before they even made it over here? You know how many people jumped in the water and committed suicide before they came over here? So we can't just, we have to be a little bit more patient with each other. We have to be a little bit more humble, take a little off it. You understand? Because we don't know everything. And then for the ones who, like, y'all only 20-something years old, and you trying to tell people, it's like, I'm not saying you're not capable of getting the information, but what I'm saying is, be emotional, right? I'm gonna get into that too. But not to jump around, but like I was saying, we was packed in certain parts of the ships. And the thing about it is, to get into the, I agree, I don't believe we was all of us was all millions of people brought over here. I don't believe that. It's a lot of theories I got about that, because where you getting these people from? They don't say we all come from one area, so we wasn't speaking the same language. How do you control millions of people? I don't give a fuck if you got a gun. How do you control millions of people who speak different languages? You understand what I'm saying? How do you make them work together if they from different countries? You understand what I'm saying? So it's a lot of holes in that shit, but just because there's holes in it and they lied to us, we not gonna throw the baby out with the bathwater. We gonna eat the meat and discard the bones, but we not gonna throw the whole thing away. We take what we can use and we throw away the rest. Don't be emotional. And that's what I want. That's, I'm gonna segue into that next. Be kind of emotional. We learn that white people, and I can tell it's only the people who, like, really, I'm not trying to be funny or nothing like that. the people who became conscious within the last maybe 2 or 3 years or something like that, you know, or maybe, you know, but what have you. But you know, we too emotional, and we learned that a lot of the things that these white people was telling us, they've been lying. So like I said, we ready to throw out the baby with we ready to give up everything. You can't do that. Just because they lied, you know, don't mean the earth is flat now. Like, we can't just jump out the window with everything. We have to think logical. Let's, you know, stay unemotional, think logical. Let's put the pieces together. Let's show discernment, you know, meaning let's don't just go with the first thing that sound good. Let's actually do scholarship. Let's put it to the test. You know, scientific method, you know, observation. Come up with your theory, but then experiment. You know, come up with, you know, study the scientific theory. I don't know all the steps offhand right now. You know, hypotheses, you know, all these things like that. Have a controlled environment. Like, let's figure this thing out, man. Let's really figure this thing out. And I just wanted to, you know, touch on that. We can't be emotional just because what they, you know, they told us a lot of lies. Okay, we know that. But y'all making it seem like because they told us a lot of lies, we just accepting it. No, that's disrespectful. Y'all act like we haven't been with our minds in these books and our feet on these grounds, you know, longer than y'all. A lot of our teachers, you know, the people we refer to, I'm not going to say teachers, but the people we refer to, been doing this and been alive, you know what I mean? You know, been doing it longer than a lot of us been alive. So, you know, we can't just jump out the water because you got a good idea or because this looks like that. You know what I mean? Shout out to Brother Ankh and the Amun Ra Squad. That's lookership. Like, it may look similar, you know, it's close but no cigar. You gotta do your due diligence. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's all love, man. Y'all gotta excuse me, man. I'm tired. Just coming off the plantation, my damn self. Nigga, this shit cropping right here. Fuck. But just got off of the plantation right now. I'm tired. I just wanted to touch on this real quick because there's too much to type and all that. But y'all already know, man. Hold tight, man. Love is love, man. I'm about to come back real quick with another real quick video about a couple things that's, you know, kind of annoying. And, you know, I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to put it out there. You know what I'm saying? But you already know, man. Love is love. It's a G King Shu, man. This King Shu Nubian Perspective. And, you know, stay in tune, man. Hold tight.